Hello Alpha Shooters, it's Tim from alphashooters.com. In this video I'll be showing you how to set up dual memory card recording in the Sony a7 IV. This will include how to write to one card then automatically switch to the second card when the first is full, how to record simultaneously to both cards, and also how to shoot one type of file such as RAW to one card and another type of file such as JPEG to the second card. But just quickly before we jump into this video, if you check the description field down below, you'll find a link to my Sony a7 IV memory card guide where I've speed tested over 18 different cards in camera. There's also my Sony a7 IV accessories guide and a link to the Sony a7 IV shooters group that I run on Facebook. And for those of you not on Facebook, you'll also find a link to the Alpha Shooters community forum that I also run. Now with that said, let me show you how to set up dual card recording. So we simply hit the menu button, move down to the shooting menu, then over and down to media and record media settings. Slightly faster way to access record media settings is by hitting the FN button, and by default the a7 IV has record media settings set to this bottom right icon. Now by default the a7 IV is set to record both stills and movies to slot 1. So here you can see slot 1, I've got mine set to RAW, JPEGs and movies. Now, if you'd like it to automatically switch over to slot 2 when your memory card in slot 1 is full, then you need to switch auto switch media to on. Also, if you forget to put a card into slot 1, then it will automatically start recording on the memory card in slot 2. Now, if you'd like to record still images simultaneously to both memory cards, we simply go up to recording media for still images, select it, and then select simultaneous recording. Now you can see that both slot 1 and slot 2 are set to record RAW, images, JPEGs, and movies will only be recorded on slot 1. Now to configure this, we go down to image quality settings. Here you can see slot 1 and slot 2. Mine is currently set to record both RAW and JPEG images, but you can change that to just RAW images if you like. Then if we go down, you can see RAW file type. Here you can choose between compressed, lossless compressed or uncompressed. If you want to shoot at a maximum frame rate of 10 frames per second, then you will need to select compressed format, because if you go with lossless or uncompressed, then on the a7 IV the maximum frame rate will drop down to 6 frames per second. Now, one very important point to make regarding simultaneous recording is regarding the memory cards that you've chosen to use. If you've gone with an expensive CFexpress Type A card in slot 1, then unfortunately when you're shooting simultaneously you will be throwing your money away, because with simultaneous recording you will always be limited by the maximum speed of an SD card you have chosen for slot 2. So there's really no benefit to using a CFexpress card in slot 1 when you're shooting simultaneously, at least not in camera. There's still some benefits when it comes to copying the files over to your computer later on. Now another option to record to both memory cards is through sort recording. With sort recording you can record one image type such as RAW to slot 1 and the second image type such as JPEGs to slot 2. To configure that, we simply go down to image quality settings, and here you can see slot 1 I've already got set to record RAW, and slot 2 I've got set up to record JPEGs. You can simply click on these and change them if you wish. Now, unlike simultaneous recording, there is actually a benefit to using a CFexpress Type A card in slot 1. Now, if, for example, you want to shoot compressed RAW and you want to achieve a maximum of 10 frames per second and you don't want to hit the buffer, then you can achieve this by using a CFexpress Type A card in slot 1. And then for slot 2, you will need to use one of the faster UHS-II SD cards, such as this Kingston Canvas React Plus card. Alternatively, a Sony SFG Tough card, for example. Then when you are shooting 10 frames per second, you will not hit the buffer. However, if you choose a slower SD card for slot 2, such as one of the Sony SFM cards, then you will hit the buffer after around 56 shots. Now, if you'd like to see my complete guide to memory cards, including all of my buffer tests, then you'll find the link down in the description field. Now, if you wish, you can also set up movies to record simultaneously to both memory card slots. Now you can see I've got raw images going to slot 1, JPEGs to slot 2, but movies are being recorded to both slots 1 and slot 2 simultaneously. Another setup would be simultaneous images and movies being recorded to both slots. Alternatively, you might just want to record stills to slot 1 and movies to slot 2. So now you can see raw images are being recorded to slot 1, but when you record movies, these are going to slot 2. And that's it for now. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. This video will form part of a series of videos on the Sony a7 IV, so please do watch out for those. Until next time, happy shooting.